today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New York Giants. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Saquon Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
40-yard line.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down, Barkley. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Giant ball carrier.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Barkley on the carry.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Shepard. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And to me, he's one of the two most difficult guys in the league to game plan for in the NFL, and I add Patrick Mahomes in that category. But just about every team we talk to getting ready for Lamar Jackson says the exact same thing. We've got to slow him down running the football, yet no one's been able to really do it consistently. Now, the most impressive thing about his game to me, how he's developed as both a passer and a leader. His team believes in him.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out right. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his right. He'll run it. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Jones to throw on third down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll give this one to Ingram to start things out. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 16 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Giants 7, Ravens nothing.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
Golden on the stop.
2nd down and 5.
Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Giants.
From the gun, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The tackle made
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
a gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Wicked. That's good.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their pass.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dot. Always a fan of the dot. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off play action. Jones rolling to his left. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 28. 27 yards there, a first down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
Pass intended for Evan Ingram.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Brings up 3rd.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And it's Washington out to an early lead. Dwayne Haskins leading the charge offensively. He finds an opening past the 40. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
First down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he floated one out there incomplete.
Intended intended for Darius.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And Tate's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Jones pass.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He goes underneath to Ingram. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. There's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. The Giants going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half.
For the field goal, a 36-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime.
That ties the game at 10.
Maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the 2nd half to play.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. We do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll kick things off up at FedEx Field, an NFC battle between Carolina and Washington. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. Terry McLaurin, a good game there. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. and they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Ben Roethlisberger has thrown a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Kenyon Drake accounting for the lone scoring thus far as he's cashed in with a touchdown run. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Oh, looking for Andrews down. This is caught at the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. He can't get him down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
By the wide receiver.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's Jackson on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Makes the score. Ravens 13.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. His feet, what he's been able to do individually running the ball, it's kind of kept him in this game.
No doubt about it, because if he's not making the plays that we've seen, they are really getting blown out in this one. I don't think they have any chance at all. He's keeping them in striking distance, hoping to get some help from the defensive side of the ball so maybe some of these plays can turn into plays that maybe put them in the lead.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The ball carrier.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it again with Barkley.
Saquon Barkley, the ball.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
New York.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Saquon Barkley on
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. With the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
6 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Buying time to his left. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Jones throw on target to Shepard. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
It's a game.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now Jones on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
29-yard line.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brings up second.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a gain of 11. It's now third and 13.
The Ravens on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Jackson now. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Complete to Saquon Barkley.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Marcus.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And now he's going to use his legs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the 4th down stop has them in the driver's seat. Now we'll see if they can put points on the board to strengthen this slim lead. At the very least, they'd love to march this football out of their own territory and chew up some 4th quarter clock. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. This time Jackson will throw it. And he's got Snead. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
First and 10.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Jackson now on second and 10. This one complete to Ingram. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
The ball carrier.
Tackle made by Marcus Golden. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
A loss of a yard.
As they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So now Jones and the Giants down by 6, 23 seconds to go. Well, their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. He completes it to Tate. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Ravens, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.